Okay, 20% of 14,000. Whenever you see the word of, times. Of means times. You ever see of, just replace it with times and go and get loads of marks. So of means times. So it's 20% times 14,000. Okay, now what does percent mean in maths? 20%. What does percent mean in math? Again, another card if you don't know this. Over 100 is the kind of best way to say it. Over 100. So e.g. like 3%, e.g. 3%, so this is 3 over 100. That's what it actually means. If you just asked that particular thing, 3%. When they say increase it by 3%, okay, that's kind of a slightly different thing. But 20% of something, just 20% means 20 over 100. That's it. So all you're doing is 20 over 100 times 14,000. Now, how do you times fractions and numbers? Every single time you have a fraction and a number and you're times them together, and it doesn't matter which way round it is, if it was the number came first times by this thing, doesn't matter. Any number times any fraction, you have to remember this, over 1. So we're going to write a card for those people that didn't know this method, over 1 trick. The reason is that timesing fractions is actually the simplest one of all of them. Adding and minusing fractions are nasty. You've got to try and get that into your head there. So it's horrible. You've got to get common denominators. Bottom numbers got to be the same. You can't add or subtract until they're the same. Timesing is actually simple. Timesing is the easiest one of a lot because you just times across, then times across. Let me just do this down here. Cross cancelling. If you want to be advanced, if you want to push yourselves to be advanced here, you want to look for this thing called cross cancelling, which is like, here, there's zeros on the top and zeros on the bottom, so we can cross them out. Actually, it doesn't really matter. The cross-cancelling doesn't really matter here, but sometimes it does. On a non-calculator paper, it's worth looking for it. You can cancel the things that are across, but only when there's a times in the middle. So only when there's a times. And the way I remember it is this times is like hinting that there's a cross thing, so you can do cross-cancelling. So you can cross 1 0 off of 1 0 there. And now you've only got 1 and 1 on the bottom, which is basically just, so 2 times 1,400. Again, you times them and add the zeros, whatever, over 1, and this is the same as 2,800. Okay, so there you go. And again, sense check. Does this make sense? 20% of 1,400, 14,000 is going to be something thousand. Yeah, 2,800. Yeah, roughly makes sense. Okay, so always try and do that quick sense check at the end.